Long ago, the land that would become Germany was covered in forests and small tribes. These tribes lived simply, forming early communities and traditions. A powerful neighboring force began expanding toward these lands. The tribes resisted, shaping early identity and independence. Over time, outside control faded, and the land returned to its people. Small kingdoms began to emerge across the region. Trade and cooperation slowly connected these communities. Some leaders gained influence over larger territories. Towns grew, and daily life became more structured. Castles became symbols of power and control. Trade routes expanded, linking towns and regions together. Markets became the center of economic life. The region remained divided into many small states. Leaders formed alliances and agreements. Cities protected themselves with walls and gates. Religion became a powerful force in daily life. Communities gathered to share news and decisions. The idea of unity slowly began to emerge, but rivalries between regions remained strong. Each territory followed its own rules and leaders. Ideas began spreading across borders. New technologies helped share knowledge faster. Scholars debated new ways of thinking. Different beliefs began to divide communities. Some regions grew stronger than others. Crafts and industry started to develop. Cities expanded as populations increased. Roads improved connections between regions. Competition drove further development. The idea of a unified nation grew stronger. Larger regional powers slowly began to dominate smaller neighbors. But the region was still more like a loose empire than a single country. One ruler might claim authority, but local leaders kept real power. Politics became a constant struggle between unity and local control. Meanwhile, towns kept growing richer and more influential. Northern cities used trade to build power far beyond their borders. The German lands became tied together by commerce even without political unity. Education and religion also shaped the culture of the region. Church institutions influenced law, learning, and everyday life. Then powerful new religious ideas began to spread. Printed words carried those ideas faster than ever before. Different regions embraced different beliefs, deepening division. Religion now became tied to politics and power. Even ordinary people began pushing for change. But elites were determined to keep control. The region became split not only by borders, but by faith. Outside powers also became involved in these conflicts. Soon, a terrible crisis spread across the German lands. War and destruction devastated entire regions. Many communities were left poor, broken, and scattered. When peace finally came, the region remained divided. Local rulers kept their power, and fragmentation continued. Germany still existed more as an idea than a single state. In the north, one especially disciplined state began to rise. It built power through organization, bureaucracy, and discipline. A major rivalry developed over who would lead the German world. Some rulers wanted both modernization and strength. Order and efficiency became part of political identity. At the same time, culture and learning continued to flourish. By now, the German lands were changing fast, and bigger transformations were coming. A new era began as industry slowly transformed everyday life. People moved into cities, changing how society was organized. Railways began connecting regions faster than ever before. Economic ties started to unite the fragmented lands. New political ideas spread among the population. Many demanded more rights and a unified nation. Attempts were made to create a unified political system. But these early efforts ultimately failed. A powerful northern state continued gaining strength. Its leaders believed unity would come through strategy and force. Conflicts between states began reshaping the balance of power. Short but decisive conflicts changed the political landscape. More regions were drawn into a growing unified system. A final major conflict set the stage for unification. Victory created the conditions for a single German state. Germany was finally unified under one empire. The new nation quickly became an industrial powerhouse. Cities expanded and infrastructure developed rapidly. But society remained unequal and tensions grew. Across Europe, alliances were forming and tensions rising. The continent was heading toward a major crisis. One event triggered a chain reaction of conflict. Countries mobilized on an unprecedented scale. The conflict dragged on longer than anyone expected. The cost of war strained the entire nation. Eventually, the empire collapsed under pressure. A new political system replaced the old order. But economic instability made recovery difficult. Many people lost trust in the system. New forces began competing for power in an unstable country. The political situation became increasingly unstable. Economic problems made daily life more difficult. Some leaders gained support by promising simple solutions. One movement in particular began to dominate the scene. Power became increasingly centralized. Information and media were tightly controlled. The state extended control over many aspects of life. The country began preparing for large-scale expansion. Borders began to change as ambitions grew. Other countries reacted to these developments. Tensions spread far beyond one region. A global conflict began that would reshape the world. Nations mobilized their entire economies and populations. The conflict lasted longer and became more complex. Cities and infrastructure were heavily affected. The population suffered under extreme pressure. Eventually, the balance began to shift. The system collapsed under the weight of its own ambitions. The country was left divided and occupied. Rebuilding began from the ground up. The country was split into two very different systems. Life developed differently on each side. A physical division symbolized deeper political differences. Families and communities were separated for years. One side experienced rapid economic growth. The other side followed a more controlled system. Over time, tensions between systems began to ease. People began calling for change. The division finally came to an end. Germany became a unified country once again. In the modern era, Germany became one of the strongest economies in the world. Its success is built on industry, technology, and innovation. Education and research play a key role in its development. Germany is deeply connected to the global economy. It operates as a modern democratic state. The country is also home to a diverse and evolving society. It is also focused on sustainability and green energy. Infrastructure continues to connect people and regions. Culture remains an important part of national identity. The country carries a complex history into the present. Its past has shaped its values and direction. Today, Germany plays a central role in Europe. It participates actively in global cooperation. Modern life reflects both tradition and progress. People continue to shape the country's future. Like any country, it faces new challenges ahead. Innovation will play a key role in what comes next. Its role in the world continues to evolve. Stability and cooperation remain central goals. The future is still being written. From fragmented tribes to a modern nation, the journey has been long. Each era brought new challenges and transformations. History continues to influence decisions today. Understanding the past helps shape a better future. Germany now stands as a major global player. Its people continue to move forward together. Progress is shaped by both innovation and reflection, and the story is still unfolding. This is the story of Germany in just 30 minutes. If you want more stories like this, stay tuned.